yet?
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy.
But I'm gonna go with Canelo because he didn't hold Turkey's hand.
There's two things that you can do with somebody bigger and stronger. You know, you can either try to push them back, you know, because 9 times out of 10, a strong fighter not used to going back.
Canelo Alvarez responded to Terence Crawford's knockout wins with respect, praising his performance and admitting Crawford made the victory over Errol Spence look easier than expected. At the same time, Canelo noted that Spence is the only big name Crawford has beaten, raising questions about the rest of his resume. Looking forward, Canelo said the truth will be revealed when they face each other in the ring, leaving fans waiting to see how it unfolds.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll see.
Canelo hinted that he already has a clear read on Crawford's style and techniques, showing confidence in how he's preparing. With a smile, he added that Turki Alalshik will be very disappointed on fight night since he'll be in Crawford's corner, making the clash even more intense and personal.
Nothing you're gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
Canelo's choice to bring in Jaron Ennis for sparring is being praised as a smart strategy. Johnny Ortiz explained that Ennis is the closest match to Terence Crawford's size and style, making him an ideal partner in camp. This gives Canelo the chance to study Crawford's rhythm, movement, and physical strengths up close while improving his own timing and defense. At the same time, Ennis benefits by gaining valuable experience from training with a veteran like Canelo, helping his own growth. Ortiz views it as a rare setup where both fighters come out stronger, making the move highly strategic.
Makes sense, and it's definitely a good experience for both. Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, shout out to them because now it shows that they serious with a real game plan, and Boots is, to me, everybody's a perfect opponent. I wouldn't say opponent, perfect sparring partner to have to replicate Crawford because they both switch hitters and stuff like that, and they got dog in them and reflexes for sure. So it shows Canelo serious, and on Boots end, to be able to spar a Hall of Famer, top tier guy is giving him great experience, and you could tell he really wants it. It's a sport where Boots is getting an opportunity to spar a Hall of Famer. Who cares? And in reality, what the fuck loyalty does Boots owe to Crawford when it comes to the sport of boxing? I mean, Crawford didn't do shit even back while Boots was trying to get his opportunity when it was Spence and Crawford. Every time Boots' name got mentioned, you heard the Bud clowns be like, oh yeah, he don't deserve it. Oh, who did he fight? Oh, who this and that, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. It's like different shit that you need to be woke up outside of boxing. Boxing is a sport. There's shit that we need to really come together. I didn't see y'all come together like 5 years. The Bud clowns, because it's real fans, the Bud clowns is bashing PBC. Everything Boots, when you bring up Boots' name, putting him down, I didn't hear like, oh yeah, instead of fighting Canelo or fighting this person, he should fight Boots.
Jose Benavidez stressed the value of Canelo Alvarez bringing in Jaron Boots Ennis as a sparring partner. He explained that Ennis reflects Crawford in key ways, from body type to movement and style. Having someone so similar in camp helps Canelo mentally prepare for what he'll face on fight night. Benavidez also pointed out that Crawford's smaller size compared to Canelo could be a factor once they step in the ring. In his view, training with a strong and stylistically close partner not only sharpens Canelo's skills, but also gives him the confidence that he holds the advantage even before the first bell.
To give Canelo maybe a little bit more confidence that he is sparring somebody really good, and this is a really good fighter, and I think that will be a good motivation, you know, for Canelo Alvarez. I just think that Crawford is too small for Canelo. I think Canelo's too big for Crawford, but in my opinion, I think if Crawford can maybe just tap, hook, get out, maybe once in a while throw a straight punch and just win by points and use his legs, I think I see him winning by decision. But if he tries to exchange with Canelo Alvarez, I think he's gonna make a mistake and he's gonna get hit with one shot and maybe he can get hurt and that would change the whole fight, you know. But I think he's faster. Crawford is faster and a straight punch, get out, you know. Don't stay there to throw or try to trade with Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, fair to say. Fair to say. Now, do you feel like when it comes down to the demeanor of making that decision of bringing it in, does it show that he's taking this camp perhaps a little bit more serious than others? I mean, what do you think about just the move per se?
You know, it's very difficult to say. He's never brought anybody really good to his camp until this time. Maybe he's lacking enough confidence, or maybe he just wants to use them to trick the people, or, I mean, it's very awkward and very funny that he brought Ennis to his camp, you know. So, but at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, you know, and we got to respect that. And I think
the global demand for boxing has entered a new era, with streaming platforms now breaking records for live events. The Netflix fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson pulled in an incredible 65 million viewers, making it the most watched bout ever. That moment proved combat sports attract far more attention than many expected. Now, the upcoming clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford carries the possibility of going even bigger. This isn't just another matchup, it's a chance to make history worldwide. Fans across continents are waiting to see if this fight can create even more buzz and excitement than the Jake versus Mike spectacle.
Tyson, which was obviously on Netflix as well, the biggest concurrent view was, I think, 65 million. So at one stage of a time, 65 million people were watching that fight, which is crazy, hence why it broke Netflix servers. I do wonder what this does. I think it does around 10 to 15, which is still an incredible number. The problem with these two, and I was saying this morning actually to Gareth A. Davis, like, there's no antagonizer here, is there? No one is willing to play the role of the bad guy, the heel, the bully. And you almost need that a little bit. Like Jake Paul was actually quite smart in the way in which he promoted the Tyson fight. Obviously, look, it's Mike Tyson. But it was promoted so well where Jake was willing to be the guy that, I'm going to fuck up the greatest fighter of all time. You know, he was willing to kind of say all those things and play that role. So people almost tuned in to see him get chinned as well. Neither of these guys are playing that role. Neither of these guys, I don't think, have crossed over massively to non-boxing fans. I mean, to us, they're like gods, but to non-boxing fans, I do wonder how much people know them.
Terence Crawford has never been the type to shy away from tough challenges, and his preparation for Canelo shows how focused he is on strategy. He admits that facing bigger opponents comes with difficulties, but says there are clear ways to deal with them. One key approach is forcing larger fighters to move backward, a position they're rarely comfortable with since their size and power usually let them control the pace while moving forward.
Things that you can do with somebody bigger and stronger. You know, you can either try to push them back, you know, because 9 times out of 10, a strong fighter not used to going back, you know, so it kind of fucks them up in the head, you know.
Yeah.
Or you can just box them because some of them just slower than others because they got flat feet, and they just looking to load up on certain shots.
Now, Crawford's definitely right here. There's 2 ways to beat a pressure fighter like Canelo. Either you put the pressure back on him, which is where guys like Triple G and Bivol had success, or you use your superior skills and footwork on the outside, which is how Floyd Mayweather won. Now, Crawford, he can't use the pressure approach because he's not as physically dominant as guys like Golovkin or Bivol. Bud is a welterweight or junior middleweight jumping up. He doesn't have the size to push Canelo back. Now, the outside boxing approach, that is definitely Crawford's best chance against Canelo.
Pushing opponents backward disrupts their rhythm. Another key tactic is wearing down their stamina and taking advantage of moments when heavier fighters are flat-footed. Crawford's grasp of these strategies shows his exceptional boxing IQ. He understands that winning isn't just about toughness, it's about turning disadvantages into strengths. His training camp focuses on these principles, honing both his conditioning and tactical skills to face the biggest challenge of his career.
He does struggle to cut off the ring at times. We saw that in the Skull fight. And he does load up on single shots now. But at the same time, Crawford is not the same pure boxer that Floyd Mayweather was. Mayweather rarely got hit in that shell. And his form of countering, a pull counter, for example, was, I'm not going to get touched and then I'll make you pay. Whereas Crawford's style of counterpunching is different. Bud will take one to throw 2 or 3 back, and he can't do that against Canelo because of the size and power difference. If Bud takes a clean right hand to throw back an uppercut or a hook, he's either going to get dropped or he's going to end up on his bike like Jermell Charlo. So while I do agree Crawford does have the superior skill set in this fight, but because he doesn't have the size to push Canelo back, or the defense of someone like Mayweather stay perfect for 12 rounds on the outside, I do think Canelo's size and power will make the difference in this fight, and that's why I like Canelo to win.
While the rivalry gets most of the attention, Terence Crawford has expressed genuine respect for Canelo Alvarez's legacy in boxing. He acknowledges Canelo as one of the last fighters from a golden era, someone who shared the ring with true legends, a rarity Crawford doesn't take lightly. For Crawford, facing Canelo isn't just about winning belts or records, it's about measuring himself against a fighter who has upheld the sport's highest standards. By seeing the fight this way, Crawford adds a meaningful layer to the matchup.
Canelo out because, like I said, he the last great fighter amongst the era that surpassed us. The Floyd, the Pacquiao, the De La Hoya. We both came up in that era, and he was right there with those fighters, and he got the chance to fight the Miguel Cottos, the Floyd Mayweathers, and the Kovalevs and Triple Gs, and I wasn't able to get those mega fights. So this is my mega fight. This is my moment, and that's the reason why I want to fight an all-time great like Canelo.
Sean Porter shared another viewpoint, suggesting that Canelo won't present anything Crawford hasn't already faced. Porter points out that Crawford has encountered a wide range of styles in his career: fast fighters, heavy punchers, counterpunchers, and larger opponents. This versatility is what sets him apart. Porter believes Crawford's skills are adaptable enough to handle whatever Canelo throws at him, even with a size and power advantage. For fans, this perspective brings a balanced angle to the discussion.
Get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Terence is not going to see anything that he hasn't seen before. No, he hasn't seen this beast on fight night, but he's seen versions of this beast for a very, very, very long time. People have said that he's a blown-up 147-pound fighter. If you remember, he said it was hard for him to make 147 when he fought Errol Spence Jr. I was like, yo, how is that possible? I didn't realize he was really doing everything that's needed to gain the weight properly. Most fighters don't know how to gain weight and fit into a weight class properly. He's done that.
Antonio Tarver frames the fight as high risk, stressing that Canelo only needs one clean shot to turn the tide. He acknowledges that Crawford may be more active and technically skilled, but Alvarez's power can instantly level the playing field. With his years in the sport, Tarver knows that even a single mistake against a puncher like Canelo can end the fight immediately. His warning reminds fans that no matter how talented Crawford is, he must stay precise and flawless throughout every second of every round.
And Canelo only needs one punch. You know what I mean? That really, basically, that's what it boils down to. I think Canelo only needs one shot to change the game or change the fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy. Can Crawford win a close decision? I could never win a close decision. I never won a close decision. That's what's looming. I think if Crawford is going to guarantee victory, he got to stop him.
A man who ain't been stopped.
He got to stop him, bro.
Yeah, challenge.
So that's going to be the challenge. So I like Bud. I've always loved Bud, bro. But he in for a hell of a fight. If Saul show up, boy, it's gonna be problems. You know what I mean?
Andre Rozier emphasizes the importance of Canelo's choice to spar with Jaron Ennis, noting that it shows how seriously Canelo is taking his preparation. For Rozier, bringing in a top-level fighter like Ennis reflects respect for Crawford's abilities. Canelo isn't underestimating the challenge. He's building a camp with partners who can push him in ways similar to what Crawford will. Rozier believes this mindset explains why Canelo has stayed at the top for so long. His focus on adapting, preparing, and testing himself in training ensures fans will see the best version of both fighters, with neither leaving anything to chance.
I would think it would be because he's ambidextrous, as is Crawford, so it can do nothing but help him. And he has Hernandez also helping, another fighter who is ambidextrous, so it helps. And we just want to see him do what he has to do, because this is a great fight.
Who were you initially taking? Is it Crawford, or who were you initially
No, I think I'm always under the direction of the bigger, better man. And Canelo's the bigger guy in this fight. And Crawford is my guy. He's just 2 weight classes and everything else. It's going to be tough. But if anybody can bring some energy to this, it'll be Crawford.
Does Canelo bringing Boots into camp, does that lower Crawford's chances to you?
It doesn't help. I'll tell you that much. It's a very, very astute move to bring someone who switches from lefty to righty. Big, strong young man, very fast, capable punching power. It's going to be a help. It'll be a help for him.
Mike Perry praises Terence Crawford's skill but ultimately backs Canelo, highlighting the sheer power and force the Mexican star brings. His comment also emphasizes the cultural pride Canelo carries, representing the hopes of an entire nation. Perry adds a lighter note by mentioning Crawford's interaction with Turki Alyalay, bringing humor and personality to the build-up. It shows how even small moments become part of the bigger story leading up to the fight.
I'm going with the Mexican power. I think, I know Terence is tough, you know. He's an incredible fighter, but I'm gonna go with Canelo because he didn't hold Turki's hand.
Not all experts believe that sparring with Jaron Ennis fully prepares Canelo for Crawford. Some argue that Crawford's style is too unique to imitate. They note that Crawford has brought in top minds and talent for his camp, giving him elite-level insights. These analysts suggest that Crawford's preparation may even be superior, focusing on versatility rather than replication. While Canelo trains against someone similar to Crawford, the American champion is building strategies from multiple top-level sources. This contrast in preparation shows that the fight isn't just a battle in the ring. It's a clash of strategies, ideas, and the training environments that shaped each fighter's readiness.
Ron Boots Ennis don't talk about nobody. He stayed on himself. He stay in Philly. Yeah, we as supporters and them people as fans, I'm nobody's fan, feel that he may have ducked Virgil Ortiz or Virgil Ortiz ducked him. But hey, man, Jaron Boots Ennis don't even give off that type of energy to be out there and to be out there wilding. The man trying to fight Canelo. What's wrong with him getting work with Canelo, bro? That's priceless work. That is sparring. Terence Bud Crawford, the man got Andre Ward. Terence Bud Crawford, the man got Shakur Stevenson. Terence Bud Crawford, the man got Lester Martinez. The man got mad people up there in camp, bro. Mad people in camp. Let that man Canelo get his sparring partners. Y'all got to be up over there scared. Y'all got to be up over there musty. The culture by wearing a Gucci belt. He sold out the culture by wearing a Louis Vuitton belt. We got to stop, bro. We got to stop. Niggas pick and choose when they want to be Malcolm X. Niggas pick and choose when they want to be Huey P. Newton. Niggas be straight up there, up in a white club, looking for the girl with no rhythm. Yeah, her right there. She don't dance good enough. I think I get stopped, bro. Y'all got to stop, bro.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned and we'll see you next time.